Back to the channel and the Angular CRUD series that we were doing. So till now we have learned that how we can add the records, how we can fetch all the records, and how we can edit the records, right? So now we are going to learn how we can delete the records from the db.json that we are using the JSON server, right, to mock the APIs. So we have that db.json, so we will be seeing how we can delete from there. So this was the student form. So from here we used to add the records, and this was the home page where we are listing all the student records, and from here we are uh, editing all the records, right? So this is the things that we have done till now. So now we are going to add one more button here, just near this edit button. So from where user can click on delete and record will be deleted, right? And before that, I would like to tell one thing, that earlier we are using this json.json server running in different terminal, and this Angular application running in different terminals. So we are just using two terminals, means we are just firing two commands to run our application, right? So now we have a solution for that package that we are going to use. What it does is it just execute two commands. It executes two commands at the same time. So what we can do is npm install concurrently. So let it install, and meanwhile we will do one step here. So let's add one more command. We are naming it as a CRUD. Okay, so how we are doing is, so if we see, we are using this command to run JSON server, and we are using ngserve to run our Angular application. So we are going to merge these two commands together. So how we can do that? So but before that we have to type concurrently here. Oh, I closed concurrently tab. Let me install again. So let it install. It takes time. So meanwhile, let's add our delete button. So this was the home component where we are listing all the students. So here we will just duplicate one more. We will name it as delete, and instead of calling the routing, so I will call a function clip function here, and delete student we will name it, and we will pass the student ID, means which student to delete, right? So delete student. Now in the student in the home component we have to define this function, and we are taking the student ID. So ID, it will be a number, and this was our API. This is our API service. So here we have to call this service function API service, and here we will create one more function, delete student. So right now I'm just calling, so we will define after some time. Delete student, we can use the same name there as well. So we will pass the ID, and we will subscribe this, and we will get some response. So let me just copy the same thing, and after deleting, so we want to refresh the list as well. So we can call this same function again, means load student function again. So delete student, this is the response. Okay, we have to define type here any, and let's define this function to the API service. So this was the service. So here So here let's add one more function here. So public function id number we can say, or now we have to call this JSON server API, this .http.delete. So we have to use the same base URL, and then we can use the same one. And instead of let's make it student ID. So it will delete the records, right? Save the file. Our job is done. Now let's go back to the HTML. So instead of, I will name it BTN danger, so it will create a red color button. So save this file as well. So let's see our okay, npm concurrently still running. It takes time actually to install, so let's get it installed. Okay, so guys, I have did this change. So earlier we added this command, right? The concurrently JSON server db.json, then ng server. We just merged two commands together and named as a CRUD. So when we will just hit npm run CRUD, so it will execute both the commands. So this is what I have done from here. Npm run CRUD, so it is starting the JSON server as well as it is building all the Angular application as well. So now both the application are running together in one command, npm run CRUD. So here we have, this is the delete button that we had added earlier. So let's give a space little bit. So home, okay, in the home component, so I will add a little bit margin left 1. Okay, now we have a little bit margin, so let's click on this delete button whether we are able to delete the records or not. So let me just delete the student number 5. So click on delete, and yes, we can see that we are able to, we call two calls, right? One with the delete one. So this is the delete request, and it has deleted all the student number 5 record. And again, we just call the reload student function again in the home component. So after deleting the student, we call this load student data again, so our list is refreshed. So let's delete this time student number 3. So let me click on delete, and yes, student number 3 is deleted. So we are able to delete the records, right? And if we see in the db.json as well, we had this db.json, so we can see only 3 records. The same records are displayed here as well. So from here we can add all the records. Let's student 6 at gmail.com. Let's add any, you can type anything, contact, click on add, and student 6 is added. So guys, this is what we have learned so far, that we can add the record, delete the record, fetch the records, and update the records. So these are the 4 things, or we can say 4 CRUD operations that we have done. So and yeah, that's it. I think we have covered all 4 things. So thank you guys, thanks for watching this Angular CRUD series, and if you like it, please hit like button, and please consider subscribing, and that will be a great help for me, and it will motivate me to create such videos. So yeah, thanks for watching, and please do consider subscribing. Let's see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.